What's happening? It's your favorite Georgia boy. And tonight, we on a different level. We talking about something totally different than hip hop. As you all should be aware of, California is really going through it right now, people. Those wildfires. And we tend to see these things happen almost every damn year. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of the dry weather. But right now, California should be in your prayers. Right now, it's reported that 5 people have died. Officials say the death toll is likely to be higher. As more than 2,000 structures have burned, and at least 130,000 residents are under evacuation orders. That's a lot. We're gonna take a look at this news coverage here. That's gonna give you an idea of what these people are dealing with. Y'all check it out.
Flames have killed 5 people and forced more than 100,000 people to evacuate.
Something this big and this fast that, kind of just wiped out the whole town was something that I personally, and I think a lot of people from around here never saw coming. I just hope, the Palisades can come together and, figure out how we can all pitch in and try and build this, town back up to the great place that it was.
Now, fire crews say that the winds could continue through Friday, stretching from Santa Barbara to San Diego. The National Weather Service says the wind gusts in the area will be a little bit lower, between 35 and 55 miles an hour today. Now, the Palisades fire alone has scorched more than 17,000 acres. We are giving you a live look right now from the area, and you can just see billowing smoke that stretches for miles throughout the area. Officials are now calling this one of the most destructive, if not the most destructive wildfire in the history of Los Angeles.
And I've actually been seeing a lot of people, some hip hop entertainers, they feel like this stuff is being done purposely. I'm not going to speak on that because I have no proof of it. I don't live in California. But it's weird because the story gets even worse if you haven't been following it. And again, my prayers goes out to those people over in LA, the Palisades, Eaton. Like you heard, this could be probably the most costliest and the most deadliest wildfire in California history. With that being said, firefighters have a job to do, and you can't fight a fire without water. Now check this out.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is taking some serious heat for slashing the budget for the fire department just a few months before this week's wildfire outbreak in the LA area that's killed at least 5 people and forced more than 100,000 to evacuate their homes. And as firefighters tried to contain these blazes this week, they just sort of ran out of water in a lot of areas. Fire hydrants ran dry and people didn't even have water in their homes. I heard about one guy that was trying to protect his house from catching on fire with dirt and a shovel because he couldn't even use his hose. And this seems to have been a double failure of the fire department and the water department. And critics have pointed out that Mayor Karen Bass cut funding to the fire department by almost $18 million this year. And also, the Department of Water and Power has dealt with a lot of recent mismanagement and scandals. Its last commissioner was fired after less than a year on the job, and 2 of its last 3 general managers resigned in disgrace. One quit after wasting $40 million in funding on useless, nothing projects. And another one was actually sentenced to 6 years in jail for taking bribes. And even with the reduced funding and all of that, this really shouldn't have happened. One former commissioner of the LA Department of Water and Power told the LA Times that there could have and should have been fail-safes and backup systems in place that should have kept the water flowing and given the firefighters the tools they needed to fight the blazes. And I should also point out that this didn't just happen in the city. Fire hydrants were running dry throughout LA County, and this has also happened previously in other places around LA, in other cities and counties, where firefighters have just sort of run out of water fire while trying to fight wildfires. And local officials took a lot of heat for it back then. But for whatever reason, Los Angeles City and County just didn't seem to learn from those mistakes and were caught kind of flat-footed.
How do you just run out of water? So it seems like there's some scandals going on, mismanagement of the funds for the firefighters. Come on, man. This is LA. This is California. Beautiful place where people would love to go live. And you mean to tell me we don't have enough water to put out the fires? Somebody make this make sense. I mean, just look at this, people. This is horrible. I mean, I understand things happen, but I'm hearing a lot from some California, some LA natives saying this is not new. It happens almost every year. And I hope this is not being done for insurance purposes or things like that, because if it is, shame on you, for real. But we going to stay tuned, and we're going to continue to send prayers to those who live in the community where these wildfires are happening. This is not it, people. And I'm not going to speak on rumors, but something is weird about this, because it seemed like they wasn't prepared. Mismanagement of funds. You playing with people's lives. That ain't cool. Y'all stay tuned, man. In the Lab News. We'll be back with more videos. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I'm gone.